They say an end can be a start. Feels like a barbarian still alive. It's like a bad day that never ends. I feel the chaos around me, a thing I don't try to deny. I better learn to accept that there are things in my life I can't control. They say love is nothing but a sore. I don't even know what love is. Too many tears I've had to fold. Don't you know I'm so tired of it all? I have no terror, these are spells. Finding out the secret words won't tell. Whatever it is, it can be named. There's a part of my world that's fading away. You know I don't want to be clever, to be being or superior. True like ice, true like fire. Now I know that a breeze coming me away. Now I know there's much more dignity in defeat than a brother's victory. I'm losing my balance on the tightrope. Tell me please, tell me please, tell me please, tell me please. If I ever feel better, remind me to spend some good time with you. You can give me your number. When it's all over, I'll let you know. Hang on to the good days. I can lean on my friends. They help me going through hard times. But I'm feeling enemy. I'm in league with a foe. Blame me for what's happening. I can try, can try, can try, can try. No one knows the hard times I went through. If I'm in this game, I missed the goal. Stormy days and over. Dreading out nothing that I better cost. I watched all my castles fall. They were made of dust. After all, someday all this mess will make my love. I can wait, I can wait, I can wait, I can wait. If I ever feel better, remind me to spend some good time with you. You can give me your number. When it's all over, I'll let you know. If I ever feel better, remind me to spend some good time with you. You can give me your number. When it's all over, I'll let you know. It's like somebody took my place. I ain't even playing my own game. The rules have changed, well I didn't know. There are things in my life I can't control. I feel the chaos around me, a thing I don't try to deny. I better learn to accept that there's a part of my life that will go away. Dark is the night, cold is the ground, and the sickle is silent in my heart. There's one that strives a hell to come. I am sure I come through, I don't know how. They say an end can be a start. Feels like a barbarian still alive. I'm losing my balance on the tightrope. Tell me please, tell me please, tell me please, tell me please. If I ever feel better, remind me to spend some good time with you. You can give me your number. When it's all over, I'll let you know. If I ever feel better, remind me to spend some good time with you. You can give me your number. When it's all over, I'll let you know. If I ever feel better, remind me to spend some good time with you. You can give me your number. When it's all over, I'll let you know.
Alrighty, hi friends. It's been a minute. So excited to be back at it. I was on vacation and I got busy with all sorts of shit. I had some foreigners come to my town. Foreigners, I don't know why I said it like that. We were invaded by Danes, so I had to show them around our town, and then vacation, and then a wedding. Not my wedding. But yeah, I did a bunch of shit, and I'm really happy to be here with you guys now. I've been looking forward to it. All right, I'm gonna put on some tunes. We got some chill vibes in the background. There we go. Look at that. I don't know if I mentioned this before, but on my not like the wrapped thing that they do on like music software where you stream music, like Spotify and shit. One of my number one playlists was the playlist that I use for streams, like in the background. I thought that was kind of funny. It's like, oh, I guess so. Okay, all right, let's say hi to our friends in chat. One of those weirdos. Hi, friend. Ticklebee Shivers, my beloved. Hello. And Honest. Hi, darling. We got John Ryan, Sprinkle Cake, Kaylee. Hello. And Punk Pansy. Evil Little McNuggets, Asbury Brad, Chupa Grandson. What's going on, man? Willow Angel. Oh, I like that name. That's pretty. Dat Damn Doctor. Sloth Cat. Nothing better than that. Sorry. And Calamity and Pussy Destroyer. Welcome, welcome, friends. So today I am going to be making Lorne in The Sims by popular request. Popular demand, I should say. But first, I would love to do the etymology for beer. I don't think we've done it yet, but oh, hey, Page Master, welcome. I don't think we've done beer yet, but we'll see. Also, it is super fucking hot where I am. I turned the fan off because I was worried it would interact with the mic, but I'm going to put the fan back on. Just let me know if it's too much. Give me a second. It's so hot. I live in a place that is only hot for like, I don't know, 3 months out of the year, and I just feel so uncomfortable. Hopefully it doesn't bother y'all too much. Hi, Wendy is Emma. Probably on a date with a duke, yeah. Okay, so here we go. Etymology for beer. Beer, noun, alcoholic drink made from grain, generally barley, infused with hops and boiled and fermented. Comes into English from the Middle English word bear, which comes from the Old English word bear, meaning a strong drink, beer or mead. And then it's a cognate with Old Frisian word biar, and the Middle Dutch and Dutch beer, as well as the Old High German bjor, German beer, West Germanic word with a much disputed and ambiguous origin. Interesting. But it sounds, isn't that spelled the same way? B-I-E-R. Isn't that how you spell beer in German? A disputed and ambiguous origin. Seems kind of straightforward to me. But it is probably a 6th century West Germanic monastic borrowing from the vulgar Latin word biber, I would say biber, meaning a drink or beverage, which comes from the Latin infinitive verb bibere, meaning to drink, which has a Proto-Indo-European root of poi. It's a P-O-I, meaning to drink. Another suggestion is that it comes from the Proto-Germanic word bovis, which comes from bova, which means barley. Interesting. So a native Germanic word for the beverage that was also made is the word ale. So that's native Germanic. Interesting. This word occurs in Old English, but its use is rare, except for in poetry, and it seems to have become common only in the 16th century as the name of the hopped malt liquor. Interesting. So ale is very decidedly Germanic, and beer is unknown. That's so strong. This is an excerpt from something, I don't know what. Beer was a common drink among most of the European peoples, as well as in Egypt and Mesopotamia, but known to the Greeks and Romans only as an exotic product. They did have a word for it, however, the Greeks, being bruto, and that's referenced in Thracian or Phrygian, I don't know how to pronounce that word, brews. It's just like old beer. It's related to the Old English word brewen, which means to brew or a brew. And then the Latin word zythum, which is borrowed from the Greek word zythos, which was first used to describe Egyptian beer. And it was treated as an Egyptian word, but must have later come into Greek. And it's related to the word zyme, meaning zyme? I don't know how to pronounce it. Meaning leavens, like leavened bread. And then the Spanish word cerveza is from the Latin word cerveza, which means beer. Oh my goodness, this is so long. Old Church Slavic pivo, which is from the Slavic word for beer, is also found. And then the French word bière is a 16th century borrowing from German. And here's a fun tidbit. The U.S. slang beer goggles through every potential romantic partner looks desirable. That meaning is from 1986. I want to know who coined the term beer goggles. Also, I mean, it makes sense that it's like fairly recent, but I would have expected earlier than 86, but you know, that's just me. Anyway, okay. There's this super cool graph I can see here. I wonder if can I pull this up? Give me a moment. Because this is tight. I want to share this. Give me a second. Add source. Let me share my window. Yes, there we go. Perfect. Okay. So you can see, oh, it totally cut off the rest of my screen. You can see here, this is a trend of beer and how common it was used, I suppose. This is starting in the 18th century, though. Again, it came into English from the 6th century, so really fucking old. And it spiked in popularity recently, which I guess kind of would make sense, because before you have like, of course, publications and advertisements, but now with, you know, social media and branding that can come about in all sorts of ways through social media and apps and all that shit, it would make sense that beer would spike in how much it's seen on published, if that makes sense. I don't know. Maybe this is a little bit too nerdy for what I normally do, but yeah, that's kind of neat. I haven't seen this trend graph on this website before. Oh, and the site that I use is Etymology Online, just to let you know. Okay, let's get out of here. Yes, I want to close that. All right, let me check and see who snuck in while I was. I thought, oh, Ricky Spanish. Hi, friend, and 87 Problems. Welcome. Yeah, gonna drink half an 18-pack for Fama. Yeah. Somebody was just streaming a call where Lorne said, he's like, I had an 18-pack. Oh, he was yelling at Ramona. God, I love that shit. I miss drunk Lorne. I mean, like, I don't, well, no, I kind of would want him to go back to prison because that'd be funny. But then who knows? If somebody's catfishing him right now, then they would have to stop. Maybe. Who knows? I don't know anymore. But drunk Lorne is fun, Lorne. Okay, so speaking of, we're going to be listening to the interview that he did with Emma and Josh in, I don't know what year, 2016. So this was a separate interview than the one that I streamed a few months ago. And then I am going to be creating Lorne for y'all, and hopefully you enjoy it. We'll see how this goes. And I'll be doing it live. I was going to pre-record, but I decided against it. Oops, hold on one second. Why you do this to me? Sorry, give me a second. I'm rusty. God damn it. I need the beats in the background. There it is. Look at this. Okay. We got it solved. That's super loud. There we go. All right. Ready, folks? Let's do it.
Lorne, if you were a porn star, what would your name be? Your porn star name?
It wouldn't be, because I wouldn't be a porn star.
Well, we have a lot of
Hey,
names
Donde,
thought up.
and Hey Boo, and
Lorne Diggler is
Clementine.
something that,
Hi, Mandy.
that comes to mind.
I have something for those names.
Okay.
Throw them away.
Oh my God.
It's not going to happen.
What about your stage name as a country singer? Would you take on a pseudonym?
Oh, that would be brilliant.
Nope.
No,
Why
it'd just be
not,
Lorne
Lorne?
Armstrong. It's good enough for you, huh?
Yep.
All right.
Yep.
All right.
Pretty plain. I
my
don't need
God.
anything fancy.
I don't
Hey,
think
you know
Lorne is
what?
plain at all. Can you tell me?
Bucktooth Bonanza would like unironically be like a really great stage name for some sort of like campy country ensemble. Hey, welcome. Or did I say hi to Donde? I can't recall. Hi, Donde.
Why you were named Lorne?
Yeah, it's a Lorne Green.
Oh my God.
You,
What an
you
unfortunate
know,
name, y'all.
Show Bonanza.
Ah, dun 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 dun, Lorne Armstrong.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, there you go.
Love Emma.
All right, Lauren. Somebody wanted to know, why are you always
Best
clean
fucking
shaven?
friend.
They want to know what you look like with a beard.
Because I don't like growing a beard. They itch. And I don't like the way it looks. I don't like the way it looks on me.
Have you
I
ever
actually
rocked a
don't
full
want
beard?
No, I don't want to do.
Yep.
Oh, whatever.
For how long?
Not very long.
Oh, it's gonna lock me into this, isn't it?
Okay. Okay. Well, what about
I hate
your
this about the Sims.
your interest in the Red Sox? Is that something that was just a cool hat, or did you really follow the Boston Red Sox? And do you still watch baseball?
No,
Hey, Dan Cubes.
I don't watch baseball. I never did watch baseball, but when I do get curious about it, it's the Red Sox that I am following.
Why?
Okay.
Is there a
If that
reason?
makes any sense.
Oh
You got-
dear.
It's a
Okay.
red. If
I
I
gotta
was
pause
if
this
I was
really
cheering,
quick,
it actually,
guys. Okay, so I have this special mod on my Sims, that renders Sims nude. So we are gonna unfortunately have to see Mr. Penis. Sorry about that, but that's just the way it is. Let's see, put a new Sim in here. Yeah, I apologize in advance for naked Lorne.
watching it.
I'll
all
try
the
and
time,
mitigate it
cheering
as much
for
as
a
I
team,
can.
It would be the Red Sox.
Do you have any, I know we're just talking about the Red Sox here, but let's open it up to all the major sports. Do you have any sports teams or any particular sports that you actually do like and you do watch? And if so, like, what sports, what teams, besides the Red Sox?
For football, I don't really watch any sports at all anymore, except NASCAR sometimes.
Look at
But,
that tank top.
As far as teams go,
Croc
I
top.
like the Chicago Bulls. And as far as football goes, I like New England Patriots.
Why?
What do you think about Tom Brady's suspension getting
Should
reinstated?
just give him like baggy jeans.
I think
I feel like he does baggy jeans. Ugly
He's a
jeans.
cheater, man. He deflated those footballs. Come on.
Yes.
The evidence
yeah,
is
but
overwhelming.
it was also cold too, and when it's cold, the football
Oh,
gets
no.
played on their own too.
What am I doing? He should wear
Wow.
So it's like
boots.
Very
there's never a happy
masculine
medium
pigskin.
anywhere. Yeah.
Well, and
There's never a happy medium anywhere, so it's like that's like saying I like fruit and you like bananas, and somebody else like oranges, and we're all gonna argue about which one the better one is.
well,
So it's
Oh
like, what's
my
the point in
God.
arguing when ain't nobody right anyway?
right. I mean, I
little
don't
bit more
believe
tubby.
it. So you showed up to the house wearing a Red Sox hat, and we all know about the Red Sox hat. Everyone knows about the Red
I
Sox
looks
hat.
super old.
I
I'm
just
gonna
liked
do
the
it
hat at the time.
instead.
That's the reason I wore that all the time.
How old was that hat? I mean, how long had you had that hat before you appeared, before you, that day that you showed up to the house? How long had you had that hat for?
The question is, how bald do we make him? Because he's got a little bit of hair on top. Oh my God, look at this clown bullshit. I can make him a clown. But I think there's different, hold on, let me get my custom content out of here. Okay. So, not that. Bald. Where were the bald? Give me a moment, y'all.
Oh, I think I had it for like 6 months. 6 or 7 months.
All right.
Somewhere around there. I can't
okay.
remember exactly when I bought it.
So we have-
It looks like
I
the original
remember.
design. That's probably why, because it just looks
This
like
bald?
when I tried to get.
And this
Oh
bald.
God, this is so embarrassing. When I tried to get a Red Sox hat online that was just like yours, I found that they were not as plentiful as the newer
Hi, ma'am.
styles,
Yes,
and it was
ma'am.
referred to as the classic old style. And then when I received the Red Sox hat that you actually wore in the Sting, I saw
It
that
is
it was
supposed to
beat
be Lorne
death.
Clementine.
And,
We're getting there.
And
I'm
now
just doing
hearing
the
that
hair
it was
right
only
now.
6 months old when you got it, it kind of changes my idea, because I thought perhaps you had it as a child or as a teenager. Because
Does he have blue
I mean, dude,
eyes?
that thing looks
No.
like it was run
I
over
actually
by
don't
one
know
of your
what color eyes
trucks.
he has.
Yeah, I'm a
I
little
have
rough on hats.
Looks looks about right.
Yeah, yeah.
I bend the bill and work it until it's in the shape that I want it, and it kind of wears it out quite a bit.
I'm basing this off
So
memory,
what's the
not
deal
a
with it
photo.
being
Let me
bent
pull
in
up
the
a photo.
middle? I don't understand that style. Is that on purpose, or does it have a function?
Well, they actually make them so that they are bent like that, but I bent mine like that so that way it's shaped to the way I like to wear it.
Are we gonna find melted
every
eyes,
person
guys?
is different. I know people that wear hats with the bills are completely straight, and it's like I can't wear it like that because I don't like the looks of it on me like that.
Let me look at this RSO.
And I like a little
Give it-
design to
Let me
it.
figure it.
So that's why I bend mine to fit what I like.
Interesting. Okay, so that's just your style. It doesn't have a function. There's nothing in Maine
No.
that you're being protected from by having your bill bent like that.
No,
Okay.
it's just my style.
So, are there any other
That's not my
teams that
style.
you said you liked the Bulls, but
Okay.
then you kind of paused on that
I
and
pulled
went
up
on?
some reference
Do you watch
photos.
basketball a lot?
No, I used to when Michael Jordan played, but after Michael Jordan played, I stopped watching.
Let me ask you this. You like Michael Jordan. You watch with Michael Jordan. All right. Michael Jordan, one-on-one versus Steph Curry. Who
I
wins?
think he follows.
Michael Jordan.
Oh,
Well,
man.
these days
Do you think
I
he
don't
watches
know.
basketball and cries?
Michael Jordan's getting older.
Here we go. Okay.
Yeah. Well, in their prime. Michael Jordan in his prime. Steph Curry in his prime. Who wins? Michael Jordan?
Mhm. Yeah, oh yeah.
All right.
Oh yeah.
There'll never be another Michael Jordan.
So my guess is that let's just rephrase that
This
question.
man
Michael
hasn't
Jordan,
followed
his
basketball
prime.
since then.
LeBron James, his prime. Who
Hey,
wins?
salty robot.
Michael Jordan.
Man, no love for LeBron. Oh, man.
He was in Space Jam. Come on, Michael Jordan.
All right, let me ask you this.
Back to the
96
proper
Bulls,
band. What?
96 Bulls, 2015, 16, Golden State Warriors. Who wins?
His eyebrows are
Michael Jordan.
weirdly thin.
Oh,
See if we can do this.
Oh, shit. All right.
Can you tell I'm a Michael Jordan fan?
Lauren, did you ever see any of the movies that Dennis Rodman acted in?
Yeah, I just can't remember the name of it though. It was something actionable.
Yeah. Who do you think's a better actor? Dennis Rodman or Michael Jordan?
Oh God, here we go. So like two.
I'd have to say Dennis Rodman on that one.
Yeah,
He's, like,
Michael
barely
Jordan wasn't a
any
very good
eyebrows.
actor, was he? I mean, he certainly was better at. He certainly was
He
better.
was better at
that kind of
basketball than he
stuff.
was acting. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I think he was better at
Dennis
baseball
Rodman
than he was at
actually-
acting.
Photo.
Yeah. Dennis Rodman actually does do a better job acting.
I'm just gonna go ahead and ask another question while Josh is gone. I want to know what got you. This is
Oh, Josh is gone.
yeah.
My accent isn't that bad.
It's not, but I have to see. I don't know. I think I
You're
have
trying
to.
you're trying to get my accent in there, aren't you?
Why isn't this letting me?
So does somebody from Maine
Move the
have a
eyes
different
up.
accent from somebody
the
who
eyes up.
is from New Jersey?
Oh yeah, just ask him to park the car in the yard.
Oh my God.
How would a Mainer say park the car in the yard?
Just like I just said, park the car in the yard.
Okay. Lorne, somebody asked how long you've been playing guitar. Can you tell us about
I
that?
like that one better.
I started when I was at Kentucky State Reformatory, the first prison that I was at.
Wait, he only learned how to play guitar
I got
then?
a guitar when I was in there, and my mother sent me a book so I could start learning on it.
How do
What
those
was the
eyes
first
look?
song that you
Is there any
learned
way
on
to
guitar
melt
that
his
you-
face?
that you,
No,
felt
unfortunately
confident?
not. Does this look okay? That's one ugly chick. Thanks.
I don't
Hi,
remember.
Allison. Good to
I don't
see
remember
you.
that. But
Hi, Alexander Jordan. Welcome.
it's a good question. You ask me at a later date. Maybe I'll remember
do-
it. So.
I'll ask you again.
Okay.
All right. So, oh my goodness, are you going to do a follow-up Q&A? After all this time without talking to us, with me and Josh, and finally reaching out and said, hey, I want to do a Q&A. Will you help me with uploading it? Thank you for reaching out to us for that, by the way. But if there's anything that you neglected to talk about, that you meant to talk about, I'd be happy, with your permission, of course, to do a follow-up Q&A if that's something that you'd be comfortable with.
I'm comfortable with it.
Okay, all right.
And obviously, there were questions that you said, at a later time. And I know what you're.
Right.
I know what
Let
that's
me
in
check.
reference to. And I
Was
think
this
most
before
folks
or
listening would know
after
what that's in reference to. You've got
the other one that I did?
ongoing,
Let me check this out.
legal proceedings that you're working your way through. So you don't want to potentially say anything that
Oh my God, his legal proceedings.
might potentially reflect negatively on you, or perhaps jeopardize, what you've got going on legally. If such point comes that, or if and when, because there is always going to be a when, but if and when the point comes where your legal case is finally disposed of, good, bad, or otherwise, it's finally disposed of, done and over with, would you be comfortable then, at that point down the road, answering some questions, like more detailed questions related to that whole situation? Okay, all right.
Good. So it's not that you're trying to be secretive, or, I mean,
I'm not trying to
you're
be,
pretty much an open book.
If it was,
So, the call that we listened to before was on June 5th of 2016. And I don't know when this was, but it's uploaded onto Raptor Bacon's channel. So maybe if somebody could find the details, but I this is around the same time that he did that initial interview with Ethan, where it was just like very lightly touched upon things. This was before all of the catfishing, so they really had to, like, that, especially that first interview, it seemed like he had to tread really lightly on like how much he could kind of fuck with Lorne. And this one, we have Emma, who's already built like a bit of a friendship, some rapport with Lorne. Also, she's a woman, so I would expect him to be more relaxed, willing to be a bit more candid, or maybe not candid, but just like actually will respond to certain things for her that he might not have for somebody else, if that makes sense. Let me check and see comments. What'd you guys say? Lauren learned yeah, he can't play. Jiffy! Hello, friend! Welcome. Good to see you.
if I could,
Okay.
I would open up right now and tell everything, because there's a lot to tell.
Oh my God. Like,
but I'm not at liberty right now to do that.
Understood. Okay. Well, thank you so much.
Oh,
for
his
doing
eyes
this,
are kind of
Amy.
far
I
apart, too.
appreciate
I
it.
did
It's
not
something that a
know
lot
that.
of people want, whether or not they regard you positively or negatively. It's still something that people on both sides have expressed interest in. So thank you very much for kind of getting out of your comfort zone and doing this. It would be it's appreciated by both sides. So I hope that's not lost on you.
Everybody is welcome. Thank everybody for being interested.
Okay, so that's how long you've been playing the guitar. And
How's
a question
this look,
by the
y'all?
same
his
person
ears
who
need to be
posed the first
fixed.
query would be,
Why is this not
what got
turning?
you interested in karaoke, and do you still do karaoke?
How's that look, friends?
I've been doing karaoke since before karaoke became big.
His
popular,
eyebrows need to go
like it is
lower,
now.
but it won't
Oh,
let
you're the
me make
hipster
the
type.
eyebrows any lower.
Well, I started doing it when I was in the Air Force. So there was a bar that was outside of the base that had karaoke, and we used to go to that every now and then, do karaoke there.
Uh-huh.
And I don't do it anymore right now, but I will down the road maybe.
So when you did karaoke in the Air Force, what was your favorite jam? What was your favorite song to sing along to?
I like the song Mandy by Barry Manilow.
Oh, nice.
I liked the dance by Garth Brooks. I liked 2 Out of 3 Ain't Bad by Meatloaf.
Oh my goodness, check you out. Give us more. I'm loving this, Lorne. Come on, give me more.
Can I make it look like he was hit with a
I
shovel?
like
Probably.
Making Love Out of Nothing at All by Air Supply.
how to make it
Wow.
slower.
Okay. I thought you were just a country guy, so this is new information for me. It's very interesting. Are there any other non-country
Yeah,
songs that you're
I actually
interested in?
didn't. I didn't start listening to country until I was like 15 years old.
Maybe that's better.
So,
Okay.
I mean, I did listen to country, but I listened to more pop back then than I did country. And so when I started listening to country, it was still a mixture of country and pop.
So then
that I
you,
listened to.
so then you might have been interested in Prince then.
Yeah, I did like Song Purple Rain.
How do you feel about his passing? It just
His
Just
neck
happened.
is
Sad
so
thing.
thicker.
He's too
Can I
too
do
young.
that? I've never really
sad
tried
to
making
see
like
somebody
an
taken away
ugly
so young
sim
like that.
necessarily.
okay.
Oh,
So
hold up.
let's see.
I have a
I
mod
asked you the guitar and the karaoke were
that
more.
can change height. So, let's change Lauren's height. How short should we make him? Just like as tiny as possible. I don't know if you can see it, but in the corner, you can kind of see where like the Sims are. Oh wait, hold on. Let me move my. Give me a moment. Let me figure it. Oh, you can't see it at all. Okay, so in the corner here, they show like little miniatures of the Sim. I don't know if you can see it, but right down here, he's like out of frame for the. He's out of frame because he's so short. Lorne is too skinny. Yeah. How do I just boom? There you go. How's that one, guys? He's not fat. He's losing weight. Oh my god, wait, Lorne with tattoos? That is a novel idea.
More than halfway through, Lauren. With all of the questions that you gave me anyway.
Okay.
Here we go. All right. Okay, Lauren, so another question that was asked is who's your favorite singing artist of all time from any era?
Look at how
And
short
also
he is.
your favorite group trio of all time. Group or trio.
Hi, Octopushy.
Oh.
And Justin
okay.
McRazers. What's
Okay.
going on? Hi, Medium.
Country or
Syllables.
otherwise, Colin Ray is my top favorite.
But look how tiny he
Of
is.
all time.
This is it. This is exactly what he's going to look like.
But the others as just solo singers would be Kenny Rogers, Ronnie Millsap, Travis Tritt, Shania Twain, Patty Loveless,
God, he's so
Susie
annoying.
Glaugus, Sarah Evans, Keith Whitley.
He's asked to pick one artist, and he's just going through a catalog of all of the artists that he can think of. I'm surprised he didn't say Olivia Newton-John or something.
Roy Morgan, Hank Williams Jr., John
All
Michael
right.
Montgomery, and Brian Adams.
We are now going to recreate the photo
For groups, it's
that he took with
Alabama,
that button
Diamond
up.
Rio, IO Speedwagon, Air Supply, Meatloaf, and the Bee Gees.
Oh my god.
All right. And then people want to know
Wait, did you just say
That's great.
Meatloaf? Did you just
yeah.
say Meatloaf?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right, Meatloaf.
Oh,
What do you think
fuck.
of Rick Astley?
Could you imagine him singing Paradise by the Dashboard Light? Somebody, if anybody ever trolls him again, somebody needs to get him to do that. That would be amazing. Hi, Eureka's mom. Cyber Squeak! Welcome, darling. I am making the nastiest of men on Sims right now, and it's an odyssey.
You know who Rick Astley is?
Yeah, and Rick Astley, I used to like his song that he first came out with.
How
Never
does
Gonna
this
Give
look,
You Up.
guys?
That very
Yeah,
first
that's
song he came out with.
Yeah, that's a jam, dude. That's
Yes.
really one of the most influential like pop songs from the 80s
Yes.
to this day.
Yeah.
I'd love to hear you sing it, Lauren.
Yeah, that's a good idea for a new music video for you.
Check my Discord.
You could do like
Alright.
a acoustic guitar version of it.
Oh, that would be amazing.
I'd have to find
Aw,
the
Ricky.
music to what
It's
learn
not
it
hard
first
to find.
before I did.
I think Ember, between the
Do
two
I
of us,
like
we could do some
raisins?
Google searches and find like one of those like guitar tab websites, and we could like send just get the guitar tabs. Oh yeah, can you read music or do you use guitar
The
tabs?
raisins. Wait.
I
Oh,
even,
sorry. I
I
misread.
actually
Do I like
read
raisins?
what the chord
I
is.
like them.
If I don't know the
I don't
chord,
know
then I'll
if
learn
that's
the
a
chord.
reference to a band, but
Oh,
I
okay.
do like
But
raisins. They are tasty.
I am going to start learning the frets and all that with it, so I can move my fingers around more. The notes. I started learning the notes once, and then I was anxious to start being able to sing the songs
Anxious.
with the music, so I just started learning the chords and wound up doing that. Now, when I can find the time, I'm going to start learning the notes all over again.
Okay. I'm gonna just do 2. Wait, no, there's that
Gotcha.
one where he's.
That's great.
There's that one
that's
RSO
really
photo where he's
interesting.
wearing
REO Speedwagon and the Meatloaf kind of, and the Bee Gees.
plaid. I'm gonna do
That's
that.
that threw me for a loop. I'm glad that you. Are there any other pop bands that you like?
Oh my God, this makes him look
Not that I can think of off the top of my head.
so
Do you like,
bad. Oh my
rap
God,
and
he
hip-hop?
looks horrible. Oh my God, this matches it. I think
Do
this
I-
matches it exactly. Hold on, let me pull up.
I like
Yes.
them, but I don't prefer
The
them.
reference image that
see.
I have here, y'all.
I respect
Oh,
the
shit.
music because,
Sorry,
you know,
pardon
it's you have to respect every kind of music.
The reference photo that I
Because
have
otherwise
here
you're not gonna be
looks
very
so close to this
good
plaid
artist
outfit
yourself.
that I've got him in.
So you have to kind of sit back and listen to
That's
every
incredible.
kind in order to get
Okay.
new ideas,
Look at this little guy.
stuff like that.
Little guys.
What
Put
about
him
the
over
people
there.
who make parodies of songs but include the subjects of,
Hey, DJ
what
Pain
happened
One,
to
what's
you
going
in the
on?
For
so good to
example,
see you.
Somebody recently did a song called Me So Lorne after Two Live Crew's Me So Horny.
Not me so long.
What do you think about that?
I wish they
I
had
think
rip
it's fine as
teams
long
that didn't
as-
look like weird.
Nobody's.
I'll just stick with these.
hmm,
Gotta put work
I don't wanna
boots
say
on
that.
them.
As long as it's not degrading.
I see.
I'm not big on degrading people because I have my own problems. I don't get a thrill out of degrading people.
Oh my
Okay.
God, I should clip that and where he says,
But-
I don't like degrading, and it's just him screaming at Ramona or another catfish, telling Jamie that her, what did he say, her cunt was loose or whatever the fuck it was.
I think they're fine as long as they're not
I am going to
as
make
long as they're not
Roscoe and
hurting
Sadie, yes, Asbury
somebody
Brad.
else in a bad way. I think
Dandle.
it's fine.
Good. So then you have a sense of
Oh,
humor then about some of the
Eureka's
some of the
mom.
stuff that's
This
being done,
was
some of the
my
song parodies,
attempt at
and
the
some of the
Oh,
videos
God,
the
yeah.
that.
Yeah, I get a kick out of something.
McDonald's manager outfit.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah,
Okay, let's
some
give
of
him a
it's funny.
nice outfit. What do you think Lorne would think is a nice outfit?
The next question would be they wanted
Probably
to
the
know about your
manager outfit
ancestry.
again, right?
My ancestry, Irish, Indian, French, and God knows what else.
Oh my goodness. So you,
Should I give him a
Yeah,
dinner ring, guys? I'm gonna do
There's a
it.
mixture.
Oops,
a
hold on, wait.
mixture. Okay. Only cod
I
knows.
do know that I'm related to Abraham Lincoln. I know that.
Oh, really?
Genealogy. Yeah,
Uh,
genealogy and
Wait, let's
found
not
that
do
we're related to
masculine. Let's do
Abraham Lincoln.
feminine. See if we can
Wow.
get a big
I know
Maybe
that
you
much.
should try a beard.
Here we go.
no.
Can we get a close up? No, but you
Okay.
can see
The
right
next
here.
is,
Wait,
how
let
did
me-
you first find out
an
about the
idea.
Church of Cod?
I first found out about from a letter I received
Can you see
from
that dinner
Korea.
ring down here on the bottom?
Okay.
And then I was contacted by a person that acted normal,
Oops.
which was Ember, and she told me it was
Here we
a
go.
real thing on the internet. And I was floored by that.
Oh, floor by
It's still hard for me to grasp why people be so interested in me because I'm feeling different than anyone else.
This outfit's perfect. I'm leaving this outfit.
It's shocking.
That's
Yeah.
insane. Hi,
There's one thing I want to
Mobley.
say. I want to
Welcome.
interject because you said you before
Yeah, I love the
Ember
word cunt.
contacted
Alexander
you.
Jordan. So
You had
good.
gotten contacted by other people
Mudhole.
as well.
Thank you. I was thinking of when he told Ramona that he could throw his horse stink into her cunt. I believe that's what it was. A TV dinner ring, yeah. Abe Lincoln doesn't have any descendants. There's only one contested descendant. Yeah, this
Yes,
guy's full
I
of
have.
shit.
Yeah, and you never
This
and you
outfit's
never
fucking
replied to
nuts.
any of those
I'm
other
keeping it.
people. Ember's the first person
No.
that contacted you that you
Okay.
replied to.
What do you think
Yeah,
he wears to bed?
She was on.
We already know that
There was
answer.
a couple other
Nothing.
people that acted basically normal and sent some decent letters.
We do like a
There
flesh
were some other
colored
letters just were just
underwear.
completely
Oh, Lord.
ignorant. So
Oh, there you go.
there was no way I would reply to them people anyway, even though they asked me to reply to them.
Right. So
There was no way I would reply to them.
yeah,
He looks insane.
there's a segment of individuals who are in this community who follow all this stuff who are
Oh my god.
I think at least this is what they say in the forum.
Wait. Oh my god. Okay. Tell me if this is fucked up. The Sims has now added like little medical wearables. So I could put what should be a oh my god, that's disgusting. I could put what should be hearing aids. But oh my god, I'm sorry about his penis. Sorry. I'm sorry. I actually removed the Pekka pouch. Should I give him hearing aids or a hearing aid to like mimic a Bluetooth headset, or is that messed up? Now he's got pants back on. I'm very sorry, y'all.
Or whatever, is that there was, before any of us had spoken to you and before any of us knew what you were doing, at the time we were all just speculating, like, Lorne he's got to live in a trailer with a hole in the ground for a bathroom and no electricity, and he's just sitting there looking at the computer, pissed off every day, flagging videos and reporting shit. And,
probably was.
So at that point, we were just left to speculation. But there was one thing a lot of people had talked about, was like a no contact rule. Like, don't contact Lorne. It's like, it's one thing to sit here and make all these jokes and do all this shit, but like, don't contact a guy. It's like crossing the line. So a lot of people, I think, are pissed at Ember because she went and contacted you. But the reality of the situation is she was not the first person to do that. There were
That's true.
numerous people.
No, she's not the first person to do that.
Yeah, there were numerous.
She was the last person to do that because I contacted her
Going
back
in with
because
Booch again.
she was the only one with a normal approach
Maybe nicer with
that
Booch.
acted, in a decent way. Other than there were some, like I said, there were some others that did act decent and all that, but I never felt the need to contact them.
Remove the makeup.
Right.
And
I'm
with
gonna add the
Ember's
medical
approach,
wearable.
it was
It's happening.
the way she approached me was somebody that actually cared.
Wait,
Right.
where are
And
they?
so that I figured I owed her at least a thank
There
you
it
for the way she approached me, and
Here we go.
I don't regret at all
There's the headset, guys.
Contacting her
him.
back. So so that's just
There's probably
I'm going back in and fixing it.
there's like they say, God works in mysterious ways, and there's a reason for everything.
yeah. So I mean, let the record state then, or let the record show that Ember was by far not the only person that ever tried to contact Lorne in violation of the sort of like no contact rule. Other people had contacted you, numerous people, but she was the first person
Seven or
that
eight
you
different
flagged.
people that had,
Exactly.
there was seven or eight different people that had contacted me before her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you know
On
why
that note,
he replied?
sorry, Amber.
Probably because she made it very clear that she was a woman. That would be my assumption.
On that note,
who knows
did you
if
get
he also I don't know anything about this era of Lornography, but I mean, if he thinks he's gonna get pussy somehow, he's gonna definitely jump on it, and that would be my bet as to why he contacted her. He's like, oh, this is a woman who doesn't think I'm a horrible person and who I can manipulate and make her think and believe in my lie. You know what I mean? Like, whatever. I don't know if I can make his dick smaller. I like do and don't want to do it. I don't want to mess with his penis, to be completely
a lot of birthday cards
honest.
in the mail last year for your birthday?
Oh, and this outfit I chose because it's the one that he plays when he presents the dinner ring. He plays a song on the guitar and wears this outfit. It looks like he's wearing a pajama top. Here, we'll put the dinner ring on this outfit too. Look at him. Who wouldn't want to marry this man? Oh, and I'm gonna be making the house as well. The trailer of failure.
I got letters in the mail.
No, don't stop.
Wishing you a happy birthday. Did any of them seem genuine at least?
Oh my god, what kind of swim
No.
trunks do you think he'd wear?
Well, a couple seemed genuine, but there was a couple that was just ignorant.
Would you care to share any of the
Yes.
contents of the ignorant ones that you received?
No. No, I'll
He's
pass
probably
on
got
that.
him in the shoebox somewhere, though,
Okay.
let's be real.
All right. Well, let me ask you this. Would you rather me have never told you about the Church of Quad? Would you
This
rather
looks
have
great.
not known about it? Because
No,
now that you're
that was
exposed
something-
Feed
to
to him naked. What am I saying?
That
There
was
it
something
is.
I needed to know about.
But I want to let you know and everybody else know. I've exposed you to not only the positive stuff. So you know pretty much that there are a group of people who don't feel very positively about you, and they say things about you that are insulting, and I'm sharing that with you. And some people feel that was inappropriate, that you don't really need to know that,
Nope.
and it's kind of torturing you further. And I want to know how you feel about that, honestly.
I need to know the bad stuff as well as the good stuff.
As long
But
as
do you need to know any of it? Do you
it
think you would have
keep-
been
it
better
keep-
off?
Translation: as long as he can talk to a woman, he's fine. That's what that means. Hi, Slash. Welcome.
No, I don't think I would have been better off. I think I'm better off knowing about it because it has to do
Oh,
with me.
thank you, Cybersqueak.
Yeah,
You can change his dink size in the Wicked Whims options once you're playing as him. We will do that. We will make the tiniest pecker possible.
If you look at what it was then, you look at what it is now. It
Look at
seems
him.
like everybody was doing all that stuff just to get my attention, to get me out in the public. Then I come out in the public and the church card is pretty much null and void.
What?
I mean, the only ones that I
That
know
logic
of
is flawed.
being in there are the people that hate.
Oh, look at this drip. This is
and
his
just want to hate
house
because they had nothing else to do. And they
interrogation
spend all the
drip.
time
Well,
on
we're
the
gonna add
computer
that.
and just have no life. And it,
Do you think they
I
need counseling to get
I
off the
feel
internet?
sorry for those people. I do believe they need counseling to get off the internet, or they need to find a way to get off the internet themselves and get out and do something away from that screen, because that screen is very overruling. It can very much tie you down. It's addictive. It's just like a drug. It's no different at all than a drug. I know because I used to be on it all the time too.
Mm-hmm.
Once I got away from it, there's no way that I could be happier by being away from that. And I actually found out that I do have a life,
Mm-hmm.
and it's not on the internet.
So you don't get online at all anymore?
He was wearing a blue
No.
shirt, right?
Is there like
Like
a
a
part of you
navy
that
blue
wishes
shirt?
you could just go on the internet? Let's just
Do
say
they have Crocs?
to do simple
They
mundane stuff
don't
like,
have
oh,
Crocs.
I want to check and
But
see
this-
what the weather's going to be, and you don't want to wait until
I feel like this is a close enough approximation of those ugly ass shoes that he was wearing in the Sting. I can't zoom in on the shoes, unfortunately, but he was wearing a blue t-shirt, if I remember right. I'm gonna
newspaper-
rewind because Ethan makes a really good point here.
Do something away from that screen, because that screen is very overruling. It can very much tie you down. It's addictive. It's just like a drug. It's no different at all than a drug. I know because I used to be on it all the time too.
Yeah, but
Once I got away
you
from
were
it,
trying to.
there's no way that I could be.
You were soliciting and grooming underage children, whereas we're posting in forums and sharing memes of you. Like, that's so different. It's so vastly different, and it speaks to the level of denial that he's in, that anybody on the internet can have dubious intentions. Or then there was the same shit. What did he say? Like, everybody should be on the registry or something like that. Let me tell you right now, that is absolutely not true. I would argue, like, yeah, there are certainly people who are sex offenders and are pieces of shit that should be on the registry, but I don't think most people would be on the registry. That's such a fucking bizarre and fucked up thing to say.
Happier by being away from that.
He loves his prison Crocs, yeah.
And I actually found out that I do have a life.
Memes, yes,
And
Asbury
it's not on
Brad.
the internet.
So you don't get online at all anymore?
Asbury Brad would be out of business.
No.
Is there like a part of you that wishes you could just go on the internet?
think
Let's
this
just
looks
say
right, guys.
to do simple mundane
Maybe
stuff like,
plain
oh,
pants.
I want to check and see what the weather's going to be, and you don't want to wait until the newspaper shows up or the news comes on, that you could, see that, like, you want to know, are there ever any times that you wish you could just get on the internet for like 5 minutes just to check the weather, maybe check a sports score or read about who won the primary last night or whatever? I mean, are there times you wish you could do that, or do you just not care
Well,
or
I guess
miss that
this
at
was
all?
2016. Damn.
Nope. Don't miss it at all.
God.
The weather, I like watching.
That's crazy to think about. 2016. So this must have happened before that other interview, right? Because when were the primary season is earlier on in the year, right? Yes, it is. So that's very interesting, huh?
Watching the weather on TV. That's actually the biggest part of the news that I
Hello, I'm
like
coming to
seeing. I
Cornville.
don't like listening to weather because
Drive safe. You
I
driving to
have to-
Cornville?
I drive trucks, so
Drive.
it's good for me to know what the next day is going to be like. So I try very hard to not miss the weather.
I feel like he'd wear something like this.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I gotcha.
No, that's too
So
cool.
And if I miss it, I miss it. So
Has the Church of Cod website had any effect on your life, or has the Church of Cod community had any effect on your life, in your personal life?
This looks like
or
something
your
you'd wear.
Community.
yeah, it has. There's let me see. How do I explain that?
Look at him. Oops. I don't want to see his feet.
Okay. With me not knowing about it, I had no way to defend myself against anyone.
Oh my God.
And I didn't think I needed to because I didn't know anything about it. When I found out about it, it's like I got in total defense, and
I think we got
it
the
was
look, guys.
upsetting because to think that, that people would make negative videos about somebody they don't even know, other than what they saw on what they were shown by NBC, and what you were shown by NBC is not even close to the story. So,
Oh, fuck
So do you
off.
have to talk
NBC.
about it though to people?
That's such bullshit. Okay. First of all, if we're going to make that judgment, right, NBC should or could have shown way more of the shit Lorne was talking about. But in the way that he's, wanting to say, there's nothing there, Lorne. There's nothing there to exonerate you at all. You wanted to see a child. You counted down the days. You sent your dick picture. You were anxious. You called her your wife, or like you wanted to marry her, wanted to have kids with her when she was 18. Oh, you can meet my mom. Like, he's so full of shit. And I don't understand how somebody can go through so much and be exposed over and over and had all of the terrible things that they've ever done in their lives held up to themselves and still be like, no, I'm the victim here. Like, you can't be a victim of your own crime, you fucking asshole. Yes, Sanchower, welcome. And also, you're totally right. Hansen went easy on him. Way too easy on him. Could you imagine now, with hindsight as it is, like, what Hansen could have said to him? It would have been epic. It would have been amazing. Like, Palumbo level interrogation. You know what I mean? I do really wish that Hansen had brought up more, and I don't understand why he did not interrogate Lorne further on the more insidious things that he did. I mean, Lorne was literally sitting there in a chair with his legs up. He couldn't just bolt. He had to put the chair down. He had to get up. He had to see, like, and also with the intimacy, how close that Hansen and Lorne were, it just feels like it was such a perfect trap, and to keep him there, you could have gotten so much out of him in that moment. Yeah, he wasn't memorable on the show. 87 Problems says, Lorne, you were not memorable on the show. Your after prison lore and chat log and constant denial is how this all started. Exactly.
Well, I mean, do people in your community approach you about it? How do your friends and family
Run and hide, Emma.
I do talk to people about it.
Okay, really quick. Sorry, one more interruption. I need people's input. Do we put him down as a serial romantic? You can give like a life aspiration for these guys. So serial romantic. This sim wants to play the field and go on dates with all sorts of interesting people. Or do we select soulmate? This sim wants to find and live a rewarding life with the one. I would say that Lorne thinks that he wants to find the one, but because of the catfishing, I would call him a serial romantic. Oh, yeah. Well, Chris is saying what they could say on TV, what they couldn't show anyway. Yeah, for sure. There's just some stuff where, you know, he brought it up with other dudes, but not Lorne. Wait. I suspect, though, now I just answered my own question. I bet that Chris didn't have time to go through all of that. We are talking about as thick as a telephone book. And it's so repetitive. And then there's like little nuggets of craziness hidden within the repetitive bullshit that he kept repeating over and over and over and over. So, you know, I mean, I wouldn't want to read it either. Like Chris has a hard job. He's seeing however many dudes in a day. He's got to be a presenter. He's got to be an interrogator. He's got to be entertaining. He has to be kind of, what's the word? Appear objective. And he's probably got like a million thoughts running through his head. So that is a good point. Yeah, it's too much. I would have loved it. Can we call him serial abuser? Cybersqueak, I actually have some fun trait mods. Serial romantic. Yes. Okay. All right. It is serial romantic. Thank you, friends.
Actually, there's
All right. Slick traits.
there's a lot of people that I need to give thanks for keeping me, or for getting me to figure out what went wrong with me. It's my mom and the rest of my family and my probation officer and my counselor and the class that I go to.
So the people you're
and
legally
my
required to
therapist,
see.
There's really a lot of people amount of people to thank for getting me where I am now, to figuring out that it's all right to say the word no. And that's what my major problem was before, is I couldn't say the word no.
Oh,
And that's what led
fuck
to the
off,
whole
Lorne.
thing, be getting caught up in now. As for my community
Ugly.
knowing about it, as far as I know right now, not many people know about it, but it's coming out. It's just a matter of time before.
One more question for y'all. Do we pick the trait ugly or do we pick the trait jealous? So far, I've chosen slob and short-tempered.
For most people, if not everybody.
Yeah,
knows
serial
about it.
obsessed
It's,
stalker, exactly.
you know,
Hi,
people have
Rachel
the internet,
Virgin.
There's nothing I can do about it. So I don't.
Well, happy birthday.
It's just
It
upsetting
is a
that
holy age. Happy 37.
people believe the very first thing that they hear instead of waiting to hear the other side of the story.
All right.
I highly doubt it.
Did you
Highly.
some time ago, I don't remember who it was.
What other
but
side?
someone had posted
The lie that you've created and your well-rehearsed rant about probation and NBC?
publicly
Jealous?
some of your
We're going
family
jealous.
members' personal
Okay.
information, like address and all that. How did you feel about
I'm
that?
gonna do Roscoe.
I was royally pissed off.
Yeah.
He's just a black dog, right?
I think that guy is about the biggest loser there ever was. that's the lowest thing that anybody could ever do. You don't, especially don't post people's name on there that are completely innocent of anything,
Hold up.
and especially when it's somebody's mother.
Yeah, that's fair enough. I agree with him. on
Kind of shows you what kind of low life the person is.
that. Look at Roscoe.
Yeah. Understand. Because your mom had nothing to do with anything, right? I mean, you were the one that,
Yeah.
she didn't have any role in
So
it.
what I went through hurt my mother a lot.
Oh,
Right.
fuck
And,
off.
That hurt me.
You hurt your mother. Your mother was a victim of your crimes, not what you went through. Are you kidding me? The consequences you faced for being a pedophile, the consequences you faced for trying to groom and then grape a child? Fuck out of here with that.
a lot.
He loves to use his mom as some sort of like, I don't know, human shield, if you will, against any sort of scrutiny and criticism.
Knowing that it was going to
I'm
hurt.
not saying posting his mom's address and stuff like that, or phone number, whatever, online is okay, but let's be real. He uses his mom repeatedly as a human shield. And the dogs too. He'll like totally like bring up the dogs just to kind of get out of a sticky situation or like a good new moment, if you will.
Her a lot. And she's already been through hell in her life.
Right, so we're gonna say this is
She
Roscoe.
certainly didn't need some loser to post her information on the internet for the whole world to see. That's just disgusting.
Now let me ask you as a follow-up to that. After that was posted, did any of your family members receive any kind of contact, or was it just kind of like it got posted? And...
No.
No.
Yeah, somebody had sent an email to a family member of mine.
I don't know what Roscoe's like, so we're gonna go with that.
That was pretty upsetting because my family is completely innocent of anything that I did. If you want to harass me. You don't harass people that are innocent of anything or that have nothing to do with it. It's just complete ignorance.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, for sure.
I agree.
That little stupid ass monologue. Okay. Oh my god, ew. That animation. Okay. Eureka's mom, can you link your builds again? Yeah. I can definitely do that. I'll put it in. Everything's under hashtag Pearly Hates. That's my gamer tag thing on the store. What does Sadie look like? Lorne saying now that his family is innocent but claims they're guilty is when it suits him. That's such a good observation. You're totally right. Oh my god. Absolutely, Slash. He referred to himself as a country boy. His love for his mom is absolutely just a thing he tries to convince others of. Exactly. He doesn't give a shit. He only cares about people when it's going to suit his needs. I mean, he's just classically so self-absorbed and like, I don't want to like diagnose him with narcissism, but like in the like non-clinical sense, he just seems like a narcissist. Do y'all remember what Sadie looks like? She's small and I think black and white or like gray and white. Does this look right to you guys?
Let me ask you.
Yeah, she did. Yeah, he did steal.
Do you have any stories to share about the other guys from the sting?
No, because they make themselves out to be fools enough, and I don't want to help them out. No, I'll leave all the other stories about that and anybody else from this thing out of it. It's really not my place to tell stories about them when they've gone through a hard time too, having to go through the same.
Were any of them jerks with you?
No, they can't really say they were jerks. They
Brown?
dumbasses,
Okay.
maybe.
I don't remember what she looks like. I know she's pretty small.
But as for being jerks, not really. They I don't know. I don't really know how to explain that. It's the closest I can say is some dumbasses.
Here.
That's okay.
Is
How
this
about,
Sadie?
Another question is, do you plan to live in Maine permanently?
I can't say that for sure. I plan to, yes, but plans change. As life goes on, plans change.
All right. And how much can you bench?
I don't know. I broke my wrist when I was in the Air Force, so it looked like I had 2 wrists. The doctor, military doctor never reset it right, so it hurts my wrist when I try to bench press. So I don't try to bench press.
Oh, okay,
Lorne.
interesting. How did you hurt your wrist?
Roscoe.
I was playing basketball.
Sadie. She's brindle colored,
and,
guys. I have
on
no
break.
idea.
And
I've only seen
they
pictures
had
of
the
her
guy,
in
the guy that was 6'1".
in that little video that there's a video that Roy took. Her whole body is brown. So she brindled and brown? Like this? No, that's not really brindle, is it? How do you look up coat markings? Brindle. Fuck yeah. Got it. Okay.
Because I was the only one that could jump as high as he could, or close to as high as he could. And so he faked me out like he was going to go up for a shot, and when I jumped up, he bent down, and his rear end kicked my feet out from underneath me, and I went right over top of him.
Your back does have spots. Okay,
Oh,
see, this is...
All right.
Oh, you know what I can do?
The next question.
Can I color on them?
What are your views on Chris Hansen?
I'm going to pass it right now. You can ask me that question at a later date.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
You do want to share anything? Do you think he's a good person for doing what he's trying, what he's doing?
I'm not going to share anything right now.
Okay.
I will tell you at a later date. That's all I'm going to say.
All right. How about this? Who was the first person you called from jail?
A family member.
Oh, wait, you said
That's all I'm
there?
going to say on that.
This?
I don't mean to disappoint people, but I'm not going to specify.
Did
Just
you
a
explain
family
everything?
member.
Did you explain everything, or did you just ask for support, or what was that first phone call like?
I explained everything that I could explain in 2 minutes.
Oh,
That's
wow.
all I had.
We're gonna
That's
go
all I
with
had
this
is 2
Sadie.
minutes.
Hungry?
Oh, wow. Okay.
That's
Did you
sad.
have, during your time either in Kentucky or New
right,
Jersey,
there
did
we
you
go.
have any visitors?
Yes, I did. Yes, my mom and my uncle came to visit me when I was in Kentucky one time.
Wow, that's crazy.
Wow.
There was a couple others that wanted to come visit me, but I
Bullshit.
asked them
Nobody
not
did.
to.
Nobody did.
Gotcha.
It's a bunch of horse shit. Oh, thank you, Slash.
Yes, I did. That's where I give thanks to, my mom and the rest of my family and my counselor, my
Thank you,
probation
Slash.
officer,
Okay, yeah, I think we got her
The
fairly well, maybe a
therapist.
bit blacker.
and friends around me, and
All right, let's make the trailer a
Now-
failure.
everybody that's
Stupid chair.
that's on the internet, that's behind me on my apology and all that.
Uh-huh.
It's without that help, it would be hard for me to be able to figure out on my own where I went wrong,
Oh my god.
what exactly happened.
I've
and all
mentioned
that.
this before, but Lorne is so very privileged. Somebody before mistook me for saying white privilege in some sort of, I don't even know what kind of way. When I say privileged, I mean this man has been afforded so many things in his life by those around him. He's been enabled by the justice system. He's just so privileged to have the outcome that he got for the bullshit that he pulled. And it's so difficult to listen to this because he thinks it's just like, he thinks it's all okay. And the fact that people are taking care of him proves that he's not a crook, that he's not a piece of shit pedophile. And that just like irritates me to no end. Why do people help him? All right. I'm going to go. This is my thing, right? He has a lot of land and it's secluded. So I'm trying to find somewhere in the Sims world that's got a lot of land and secluded.
So do you consider yourself
Alexander Jordan, I cannot necessarily create mice, but there are these like little doorways that you can put in the bottom of walls that will invite mice into the house. So that's actually a great suggestion, and I will do that.
after you got out? Do you consider yourself as having like a pretty decent support network? I mean, you mentioned all these various people.
Very. I'm probably luckier than most people on that
Yeah, exactly.
because I've had an extremely good support
Fucking
system
bullshit.
Right.
and a group of people that just really amaze me with the support.
I don't know what's going on in the background with
I
all those noises.
really believe that
That's not me. That's
I am a lot luckier than most people. If most people had the support system behind that I do, they'd have a better chance of making it.
Did you kind of go back to a topic that we got into a little earlier? You had mentioned when you got out. Initially, it was...
How long can Lorne have white privilege when his trailer is full of black mold? He's an honorary. That's how that happens, I guess.
Really, like, you didn't want to leave the house. You had issues with going out in public. So when you got out, you came back to Maine. And, Maine's a pretty rural place, right? I mean, you live in a small town.
Yeah.
One of those places everyone knows everyone else, right? So were you, when you got back up there?
Thank you, Eddie.
And then when you finally started, like, getting out and, like, doing, going and trying to have a daily, like, a normal daily routine and all that kind of stuff, were you nervous or, afraid that people might, see you and know about what had went down? And were you worried about, like, getting reactions, like negative reactions from people around town? You go to the store, the clerk like, hey, I know you asshole, or something like that. Were you afraid?
I constantly wonder if somebody new has.
All right, guys, here we go.
Found out
failure.
what I've been through and all that. I try hard not to think about it, but it still pops in my head.
Right.
But I try not to let it hold me back. But now it's kind of like I have to go about doing things a different way because how do I answer that? I have to go about doing things in a different way now because I don't want people seeing me in a light that was shown to me by a television show that edited a lot of things
Well,
out.
let me ask you this then, Lauren. How would you react to somebody who approaches you asking for an autograph?
I'd give him an autograph. That doesn't bother me at all to give him an autograph.
So would you stop and have a conversation with somebody who might identify themselves as a supporter of yours?
I would. I was talking to have a conversation with somebody that wasn't a supporter, as long as there was an intelligent conversation.
And on a related note to the question that I asked you about, if you were nervous about, being a small town, someone recognizing you and having some kind of negative reaction, did you actually encounter any of that when you got back?
No, surprisingly enough, nobody had said anything. They may have known, but they've never come up to me and told me to my face that they recognized me from the show. And, as for the longest time, all I've known is a small group of people knew about it that I was actually friends with before I left.
Can somebody send me on Discord more photos of the house
or
the trailer?
I mean,
I just want to make sure I get this right.
What I don't know doesn't hurt me either. So, but what I do know is makes it a little bit better, because that way, if people know, then they can at least come up and ask me about it and give me my chance to explain my side.
Okay.
So they don't just take NBC side.
Oh my God.
And judge me off of that.
It feels too big.
Got it. All right. Is there something else that you want to ask Josh, or is there anything that you'd like to add, Lauren?
Nope.
No, I'm good.
All right. Well, once again, thank you for reaching out and letting us do this for you. I appreciate it. And best of luck.
Thank you.
All right. Bye, sweetheart.
So the interview's over, supposedly.
Bye.
But there's like another 45 minutes of them just talking. So we're going to keep going through.
Later.
Bye.
Because that interview was some bullshit.
Later.
20014. That was actually, well, my screen name started out as 2001, and it got stolen. So I decided to go 2011, and that got stolen. So I went with 2001 too, and that got stolen. in
I'm gonna try and find photos
2001-3,
of the
and then
trailer.
finally 2001-4.
So they were stolen, as in somebody hacked your account, or
Yeah, somebody hacked my account and it took my name.
and how did you
Took my screen
find that
name.
out? Did you log in and
I think I found a good one.
what was? How did you find that out?
I couldn't log in.
Just got this stupid
Ah, okay. So they
cardboard.
changed your password then.
Yeah.
Would you be comfortable with telling us what your password was at the time?
Well, I would be comfortable if I remembered.
All right,
Oh
fair
wait,
enough.
the
I
shed
think
and
it
the
was-
semi.
I think it was-
I think
I
there was
think
a
it
semi
was-
back here. It looks
it was,
like,
uh,
and then the shed was a bit
My
smaller.
dog's button free. Well, no, it was my
Hey,
dog.
Elle. Hi.
Wasn't it printer?
Okay, thank you,
No,
Slash.
Where was the print? What
Yeah,
was
I'm
that?
in,
What,
Cod's
help me out.
Discord
I
server
suck at
looking
my
for
holy
photos.
readings. So, where did wasn't printer a password
I
somewhere?
need a new computer desk chair.
nope.
Sorry.
No.
I don't know. Might have been.
Uh,
I don't know. I don't remember. It seems like it was Bud.
Yeah.
Bud. I don't know. Some numbers behind it or something. I don't know. I can't remember now.
anyone who's listening and has a better, firmer grasp on the holy Lornography, I'm sure they could clarify that point, whether printer was a password somewhere or not. Okay. All right.
All right. Okay. Good. Well, thank you, Lauren. Anything you want to add to that answer there?
Nope.
Okay. Wonderful. All right. So we have somebody else who asks, would it be possible to order your book and have you sign it?
If you send it to me with the return postage in a large cardboard envelope, I'll sign it in the back. But you want to be sure that when you order the book, that you get a physical copy. If you order it from ondemandbooks.com, you won't get a physical copy because
Not him plugging his book.
right. It seems like it was Bud.
Yeah.
Bud. I don't know. Some numbers behind it or something. I don't know. I can't remember now.
Anyone who's listening and has a better, firmer grasp on the holy Lornography, I'm sure they could clarify that point, whether printer was a password somewhere or not. Okay. All right.
All
Sorry,
right.
guys, give me
Okay.
one
Good. Well, thank you, Lauren. Anything you want to add to that answer there?
Nope.
Okay. Wonderful. All right. So we have somebody else who asks, would it be possible to order your book and have you sign it?
If you send it to me with the return postage in a large cardboard envelope, I'll sign it in the back. But you want to be sure that when you order the book, that you get a physical copy. If you order it from ondemandbooks.com, you won't get a physical copy because it's like an ebook type of copy.
Okay.
To get a physical copy, either go to any Barnes & Noble or Books and Lane store or any store with an special book machine.
Those are the EBM
Yeah.
machines, right? EBM?
That's the EBM machine.
BM? Okay.
That machine actually makes the book right there for you.
Oh, good.
Or you can order it over the phone too, and they'll send it to you in the mail.
Or you can
No,
also,
see, I'm seeing two
thebooksамillion.com
different
is where I
photos
purchased my copy.
Of this place, and it
Right.
looks like there's two.
Okay. All right. Good. And that's not
Semis?
instantaneous, by the way. So any of you who are very anxious to touch Lauren's book, the best way to get it right there and have it there with you right now is to order it from one of the espresso book machines, right?
Right.
Excellent. Okay. All right. Let's move on then. At what moment, and this is a question that was asked by multiple people even before you offered to do a Q&A, at what moment during the entire sting did you come closest to becoming suspicious and just walking away from it?
I'm going to pass on that question for now.
Okay.
You can ask further down the road now. I might answer it then, but for right now, I'm going to pass on that question.
Okay. Would you be comfortable with telling us who you thought Chris Hansen was when he first appeared into the room?
Either a father or a cop.
Ah, okay.
Let me ask you this in a more general sense. At any point during the whole thing, did you at all become suspicious? Not necessarily at what point, but just in general, did you?
Oh, I got
become
a photo.
suspicious?
Okay, thank God. Okay.
That's actually kind of the same question that I just can pass on.
All right. Okay, no problem.
All right. Fair enough. So,
Okay.
go ahead. Did you have something else to add?
Just people need to be patient.
I gotta.
Okay,
I gotta replay that mini
And
syllable.
one of the questions that I thought was a fun question was, why didn't your buggy Mexican neighbors get their always borrowing yours? Thought Chris Hansen was when he
turn this
first
up?
appeared into the
I don't
room.
think I can. Fuck. That mini syllable.
Either a father or a cop.
Ah, okay.
Let me ask you this in a more general sense. At any point during the whole thing, did you at all become suspicious? Not necessarily at what point, but just in general, did you become suspicious?
That's actually kind of the same question that I just can pass on.
All right. Okay, no problem.
All right, fair enough. So,
Okay.
go ahead. Did you have something else to add?
People need to be patient.
Okay, honey. And one of the questions that I thought was a fun question was, why didn't your buggy Mexican neighbors get their own teléfono? Why were they always borrowing yours?
They couldn't afford it.
She's so annoying.
Do you know what they did for? Did they work or do you know any of that?
Yeah, one of them, the guy worked, but they had a baby on the way.
Oh, okay. Do you know what he did? Do you remember what he did?
All I can remember is construction.
Was
I
all of
I
it
can't remember what kind
or
of
some
construction.
it?
What did you know? Just I don't know if this is a question that's on the that's coming up, but I did want to. What did you think of those apartments? Were those okay apartments to live in? Were they dirty?
That's
Were
the
they
right
decent?
stuff.
Like, was the area okay? Like, what did you
Hi,
think? How did you like
Kazantin.
living in those apartments?
It was all right living in them. I didn't have a problem with living in them. So, but I also the only ones I ever had anything to do with was my neighbors right across the hall.
Mm.
So it's like I never talked to anybody else in the apartment other than
Then
at
them.
the
And they,
office or or my neighbors.
did you were there? And this is another one. I'm sorry, I didn't. I don't know if this is on tap yet or not. But did you? Where did you go do your karaoke? How close was it to the apartment?
That's actually another question that somebody else had asked too. It's Buckwild Saloon. It's actually right across from Crazy Horse Saloon.
Do those places still exist? Do you know?
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Did they have a mechanical bull?
Not in Buckwild Saloon, they didn't. And I don't know. Actually, they didn't have one in Crazy Horse Saloon either.
You know, I just realized he's
Crazy Horse
missing a
Saloon was
roof on
actually-
half of his roof.
That used
So
to be
we've
on
actually
TV.
got to go
They
in.
used to have
It's 2 roofs.
a dance show on TV that it was actually placed at Crazy Horse Saloon, and famous singers would go there and sing. And
Is this the
they
place?
did things on it.
Oh my
I'm on
God.
Google Maps. Is this place on downtown Nashville, like right off
Yeah,
Broadway?
Second Street
Second, yeah,
Street,
there,
yeah.
there it is, right there, Buckwild
or
Saloon.
Second Ave.
Yeah, Second Avenue. Oh, interesting.
Great. Lauren, do you like to dance? Oh, I'm sorry.
No, I was just gonna say, how far was that from? How far of a drive was that from where you lived?
So maybe 6 miles, maybe 6
Oh,
or
okay.
7 miles,
All right,
8 miles, somewhere around there.
all right.
Oh, that doesn't look right.
Did you
at
go
all.
to any that were that were within walking distance to your apartment?
No, I lived.
There, that was like a see-through.
I lived on the.
It's like a see-through
Almost the
roof
outskirts
because he
of
doesn't
Nashville.
actually have roof tiles. Or should we
Okay.
do?
All right. Oh, and then there was another question. You were talking about dancing, the dance show. Do you like to dance?
Yeah, slow dances.
Yes.
You can. Oh, that's nice. By yourself?
There we go. Well, that's fine enough.
If I'm dancing a slow dance by myself, I've got issues.
You need a precious little princess.
Give me
right,
a
to dance
moment
with you.
because I'm gonna pull up him dancing. Sadly, all alone.
Anyway,
Yeah, right.
Well, okay. Another one is when you're talking in your videos, you sometimes refer to yourself as, I guess, a couple with somebody else. You say "we" a few times. Are you in a relationship, or are you referring to a roommate?
no, I'm referring to my dog, Roscoe.
Ah, okay.
I've had Roscoe for about 2.5 years, almost 3 years, I think.
How old was Roscoe when you got Roscoe?
6 months.
All right, give me a second.
Okay, and he
guys.
was hair.
Okay, so you remember what he just said, that it'd be really sad if he was dancing alone. I present to you. Oops, wait, no. Present to you Lorne, sad and dancing alone. Where's Firefox? There you go. Here we go.
Someday, baby, you and I are gonna be the ones that good luck's gonna shine. Someday, baby,
It is sad, Lorne. You're right.
be the ones, so hold on. We're headed for a better life. Oh, and that's all the attention you get. It's all that really matters. Someday, baby,
It is indeed pathetic and sad, bro.
good luck's gonna
He wasn't by himself. He did have a pillow. You are so right, Eureka's mom. Thank you for clearing that up.
Oh
no.
You're headed for a better life.
So bad.
And that's all the attention you get.
And that was from Privilege Channel. Oh my god, that's so fucking funny. Oops, why is this? Yes, I want to delete that. Thank you. Hopefully you guys can hear me. Oops, there we go. So,
Hairless. He had
wasn't
no
wrong.
hairs.
it looks
Anywhere.
pretty
Yeah,
sad
yeah.
and pathetic.
He had hair when I got him. When the Humane Society got him, he didn't have any hair at all.
He has a full coat now, as we can see.
So the
He
photo I'm
looks
looking
like a
at
big
of
bear.
the
He is a beautiful
shed
dog.
or the house has like
even
this
people who had not so nice things to say about your video agree
weird
that Roscoe is a big,
wooden
beautiful
top
bear of a dog. Do you get a lot of attention
on
when you bring him out?
the like a bare frame for the carport. So I'm gonna add this, like, what are these called? Fringe that looks like grass fringe. This is from the tropical expansion pack, but honestly it works for these purposes.
I do, but I don't bring him out that often where to the public where nobody that hasn't seen him before.
Yeah. I have a question to
You know,
follow
just
up.
see him.
It isn't necessarily about your dogs now, but there are individuals who steadfastly maintain that you were a horrible, neglectful animal owner because you left Bud at the apartment when you took off to go to the house.
He's horrible
and
for
then,
many reasons.
there was a lot of conjecture what happened to Bud after. But what would you say to those people who are like, well, he's a shitty animal owner, he neglected his dog, leaving him so he could go do this? Tell
There we
people, if you don't mind, correct that. Let them know how well you treated Bud and how good a care you took care of Bud.
I sold my truck so that Bud wouldn't die.
So you did the bare
Can you
minimum.
explain that a little more? That sounds confusing.
So, all right, well, when this all happened, I had contacted a family member, and
Look at that butt. Look at that butt.
they gave me the option
Certainly not
either
round
keep
and
my truck
Latino.
or sell my truck and get Bud out. And so I told them to sell my truck and get Bud out of there. And so my truck, I don't know who bought my truck, but
So you traded your truck?
yeah. Well, I didn't trade it. I sold it. They sold it for me so that I could pay the person back for front the money to go down and get Bud.
Okay.
And then he went to my sister's, and she found a good home for him.
Do you regret doing that?
No, God, no.
You don't
do
regret
you know
abandoning your dog?
if Bud is still alive? I guess if he was, he'd be really, really, really old now. But do you know if he's still alive?
No, I don't know. And I have intentionally tried not to find out because it's
Because he's embarrassed that he abandoned his dog?
right now. I get emotional about.
Oh,
But
poor Lorne.
Yeah.
I think
crying?
that, and I
move
think,
on to a different question.
Lorne, why are you crying?
yeah, all right.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you, Lauren. Sorry we went there. It's a lot of us are dog owners too, and I own a dog and some other pets. I own a snake and cats, and I would also be very upset if I had to answer questions like that. So let me ask you something. you had a MySpace page in which you listed a Camilla or Camila as someone you admired or you'd like to meet, and you thought of positively. We're curious, or the question, person who posed the question is curious as to who Camilla is.
I have no idea. I haven't had a MySpace page since 2003, 2004, somewhere around there. So if there was a MySpace page up in my name, somebody else made it.
Oh, shut the fuck up, Lorne.
But you were actively
I've never
referring
even
to your
known a Camilla.
MySpace. You were actively referring to your MySpace in the chat with the decoy as if it was an active page and that you were messaging back and forth on it. Are you saying that maybe the MySpace page that they're referring to is not really yours?
Oh no, get him.
I don't know. I don't remember.
You don't remember?
Busted.
I don't remember. Evidently, if I did have one, I don't remember it.
Bum,
So it must have been that important. But I don't remember anybody by the name of Camilla, so.
Okay, all right. This is a fun question. What did you spend your money on in a commissary? Commissary.
In commissary,
Ellie, you should
I tried
totally
to buy
play.
as much health food as I could. Tuna fish. And,
Bud was saved, thank
crackers.
goodness. Yes, man. Yes,
you know,
man.
whatever healthier
Absolutely.
food I could find, but it wasn't much of an option with health food.
Okay,
It was
this
mostly
looks
fattening stuff.
as close to
What
good
was
as
some
I
of the
can
fattening
muster.
stuff that you indulged in?
Oh, usually Nutty Buddies or
Nutty Buddy?
Star Crunch.
Oh, so you gave your dog food that it shouldn't have?
Oatmeal, cream-filled oatmeal things.
Any ramen noodles?
This looks better.
Yeah, but I stopped eating them fast because they have a lot of fattening, a lot of fat in them.
Not fat. I'm losing
A
weight.
follow-up
A lot of
question.
calories are.
Yeah. Sodium. A lot of sodium.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Follow-up
But I
question.
spent a lot of money, most of my money on stamps and coffee.
Okay,
Is actually
I think
most of
that
what I
looks
spent
good.
my money on.
Oh, okay.
Were you allowed to smoke in prison?
No.
Oh. That must have sucked. I can tell you as a smoker.
that-
If I all of a sudden had to quit smoking on the fly like that, that would be difficult. Did they give you any kind of like, when you, because obviously they probably asked you a whole bunch of questions when you got like processed in, and they probably asked you if you smoked or something,
Epic
or
liar
if you
lash.
did drugs or alcohol. Did they give you any kind of like Nicorette gum or like patches or any kind of shit like that to, help you?
Nope.
God.
Nope. Just screw you.
Nope.
You're not smoking.
Some- Yep. Never even asked me if I smoked.
Oh, wow.
I feel like this
There,
isn't
there was
as
one
good as it
person
could be.
that I
But
was
trust
able
the
to smoke
process.
in.
Trust the process, guru.
I was only there for a little over a year, and then I moved into federal custody.
So that was when you were in Kentucky.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Here's another one. Will you write a song for somebody? Somebody asked specifically, will you write me a song, Lorne? I'm sorry. And then what would your response to that be?
Doesn't that sound a lot like Rhoda? Holy shit. No.
Oh, yeah, yes, I will. But
Bah.
that's the only answer I'm gonna give for right now. Yes, I will, but not until I do some talking with some people.
Okay, how about a poem?
Not until he finds the right woman.
A poem I will too.
Okay.
Poem
Because
I'll-
you're a pretty prolific chatter, but also a poet.
Yeah.
Okay. How much spare time did you have while you were incarcerated? I'm sure it was a lot. And how did you fill it up?
Actually, I didn't have much spare time because I kept myself busy.
Okay.
I usually, whatever spare time I did have, I used it exercising or writing books or starting to write books, and I always found something to do because if not, I would go myself nuts, and I didn't want to just hang around with people.
Did you have a job?
I did. There was a different job in every prison that I went to, but they don't pay very. I think it was like 25 cents a day or something like
Yeah.
that. They were different pays for each job.
So if you didn't like your job, would you be able to just to quit your job?
My job.
I mean, that's how you say it, bro.
Don't make fun of my accent.
Yeah, okay.
That's funny.
Oh, this smart ass.
All right, let's
I mean,
make
were,
some
were,
trash,
were things a
guys.
lot better after you quit your job?
Ouch.
I wouldn't quit a job without having another one to go to.
So what was some of the stuff you did with you, like some of the jobs you had? Like, what were some of the jobs you had when you were locked up?
Oh, sweeping floor, sweeping hallway floor, cleaning the bathroom, waste, take care of trash, stuff like that. I never did trash, but that's one of the jobs there's actually all kinds of jobs that they have to choose from, but most of them are already taken when you get there, and you have to pick and choose what jobs you really usually want, or whatever jobs you can do that you like, that you have a choice to do.
So you did have a choice then, yeah. Were there any jobs that you refused to do that you just weren't able, you couldn't see yourself doing them?
No, it didn't matter to me what job I did.
Okay, all right.
I think I cleaned the bathroom once too.
Oh,
Okay,
wow.
all right. Another question not having to do with your experience in prison was somebody wanted to know if you had ever been abroad, if you'd been to the UK at all.
No.
Where have
No,
you traveled?
The furthest I've been has been Alaska. I was stationed at Elmendorf Air Force Base in Alaska when I was in the Air Force.
Oh, can you tell us about that? That's very interesting.
It was cold.
Is it
What
colder
more
than
do you need to
Maine?
know? It is colder than Maine, and actually in Anchorage it's actually about the same as Maine.
Yeah, Anchorage actually is quite temperate. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Is that where you were
Yeah.
stationed, Lorne?
Yeah.
Okay.
What'd you do in the Air Force?
I was a refueler truck mechanic. Like
Flucked
mechanic
out.
for the refueler trucks that refuel the airplanes.
Oh, okay. So you worked on the trucks that
Right.
refueled. Yeah. Okay. All right.
He
Gotcha.
flunked out.
All right. Did you like your time?
I'm not
serving
saying
in the Air
that
Force?
job probably doesn't have a learning
Yeah, I
curve,
did like it.
but only an 87 could flunk out of that shit. Like, are you fucking kidding me? I'm sure I'm not very skilled like that. I'm sure I could pick it up in a couple of months. This motherfucker is
I liked it too much.
couldn't even do it.
Oh, well, that sounds interesting. Can you elaborate?
No, I can't.
Yeah.
Can't. Oh.
I can,
How's
but
the
I'm not
rock
going
pile looking, guys?
to.
Actually, wait, I think the rock
All
pile
right.
was over here more.
So let me ask you something that's not related to that.
Heel
Why
bone
did you
straight
show your
again.
dogs in your apology
God.
video?
Because people have been asking to see them.
Because that's
Okay.
the appropriate time to show your
that's
dogs.
why I
You
showed 'em.
fucking dumbass.
All right. Anything else to add to that?
No.
Again, that definitely.
Well,
again, like I was
prison,
saying
you
earlier,
just told us how
he-
you were.
he
there were some times
uses
that you.
his animals as a human shield. So of course he's going to be like, "Here's my quote unquote apology video. Also, look at my dogs. Aren't they so sweet?" It shows that he's not taking it seriously, and once again using them as a way to, I don't know, soften or avoid any sort of confrontation or accountability. Seriously.
Were allowed to smoke, but for most of the part, you weren't allowed, and you didn't anyway. Have you started smoking again?
Yes, but I'm trying to quit because I don't want to disappoint people,
I'm gonna look
And
at Keelborn's post.
especially
again.
being in the spotlight. I don't want
Oh yeah, the rocks are
people
in the wrong place.
to pick up smoking just because I say that I do. It's a stupid thing to start.
So you see yourself as a potential role model then?
Yeah, an unexpected potential role model.
Not a role.
I see.
Yeah. Listen up, kids. Don't just because Lorne does it doesn't mean you
No,
should do
please,
it. Don't
children,
smoke.
do
It's
not
a bad
talk to
idea.
him.
Right.
Don't. Yeah. Just because Lorne does it.
Not just kids, adults too.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
what advice do you
bad
have
idea.
for adults who are also struggling to stop
See,
smoking?
this trailer is so
Don't
long.
quit.
Like there's so much to it. It's
Nope.
crazy.
Don't quit trying to stop.
Okay.
Don't quit quitting. Once you quit quitting,
Shut up.
it's
I found a much better
it's
angle of
harder
your trailer. I'm gonna work
even
off
get
this.
in your head to quit.
Have you tried to quit unsuccessfully?
Yeah.
Okay.
How long have you
But I
smoked
haven't
for?
stopped trying.
What age did you start smoking?
I was 19 when I started.
Oh man, all right.
Wow.
Yeah.
What brand? There also is. This wasn't part of the official questions, but I've read people taking guesses as to what your brand of cigarettes are that you like.
Marlboro Ultralight 100s.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm ultralight.
Fat-free cigarettes.
Marlboro Ultralight 100s. Interesting. Is
Those
that
are the gold?
No, those are lights. The silver's the ultralights, isn't it?
Ah,
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Damn it, this damn
nice. Do you
trailer's
ever go
too
for the
short.
generic brand when it's when the funds are low?
Yep.
All right, you're just like one of us, Lorne. Amazing. Can you tell me, did you have any crushes or girlfriends when you were in middle school or high school?
Yes, I did.
Yes, I did.
That's as far as I'm going to that.
Really? Did you ever have a crush on somebody who it was an unrequited crush and you had to kind of go through the rejection in high school, or did you have anybody you wanted because you were the man?
No. I had crushes and I had girlfriends, but next question.
He had crushes and ex-girlfriends.
Everybody wants to know about your romantic
God,
life.
it's gotten so much worse
you
than the
kind of brushed
other video
over
I
the
was
question
or
about
photo
when
I
you
was
were
working
referring
on.
to we, if you were in a relationship. You said no, you were referring to your dog. Is there a special lady in your life right now?
There's someone I'm interested in, but that's as far as I've got right now.
Really? Does she play any?
Yeah.
Does she play a guitar like you?
I don't know.
You don't know. Okay.
That would be funny if it turned out she played like bass or something. You could start a band.
Oh yes, Lauren, you could be the singer and the strummer, and she could be the bassist. Nathaniel could be the drummer.
She tries to play instruments.
Like what?
Like whatever she can.
Oh, okay. All right. So if
I do have to be private about some things here.
I know, well, can you tell me what do you look for when you're trying to size up somebody to be in a relationship with? Is there anything in particular that you would not tolerate?
Cheating on me.
That's my biggest thing is dishonesty.
Is there a body type that you'd feel comfortable with sharing us your preference? Would you turn down a big girl?
No comment on that question.
Really?
I am not commenting on it.
You're making a lot of Lane Bryant shoppers really sad right now.
I'm just leaving it to be curious.
Okay, honey. So can you tell me what was your life like once you were released from prison and you got out? That must have been crazy, being thrown back into the world after being behind bars for so long. Can you tell us about what that was like?
It was difficult for me to go out. I had to be pushed.
To go out, like
Well,
leave your home, or to go out and have fun?
Yeah, well, to even go to Walmart, I had to be pushed.
Posh.
So somebody literally
Kind of tricked.
How did you get tricked? And you
I'm
can
gonna
just
pass
say,
on that.
okay. I was going to say, if you ever want to talk about somebody without identifying them, you can use the word friend or family member or someone. You don't have to compromise anybody else's privacy.
I'll just say that it's not that I'm not passing on that question to not let people know. It's just okay. I told her we were going to go to one place and we want to go to Walmart.
And did you get off the car?
I did.
Was that experience as scary as you were anticipating?
it was a little more so.
Okay.
Can you talk about the first day the day you got out? So you were in Fort Dix, New Jersey, right? And and then they handed you a box of shit and gave you all your belongings back and opened the door and said, off you go. Can you tell us what you did that day?
What I did that day was get on the bus and go home.
Did you stop at like McDonald's or anything and because a lot of people who get locked up and you ask them questions like, oh, what's the first thing you're going to do when you get out? I'm going to get McDonald's. I'm going to go have, pizza or, like go eat something that you can't get when you're inside. Like, did you do anything like that or was it just bus station?
Yeah,
back to Maine?
I got a pack of cigarettes.
The first thing you did, went up to the store, got a pack of smokes, and jumped on the bus and back up to Maine you went.
Hi, Gorilla Spawn.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. I haven't
And
been
did you,
checking
when you
my-
got back to Maine, where were you
chat
staying? Were you
at
staying at
all.
your
Sorry if
mom's
I
or did
missed
you have somewhere
somebody.
else lined up?
Hi, Duchess.
I had somewhere else lined up. I was actually taking care of my
I'm like
uncle.
laser focused on getting this
that
right
had dementia.
because I just want to make sure it's as
And
close as
so-
possible.
So we put him in the nursing home.
So you were a care provider then for
Yeah.
a family member. Okay.
Yep.
No, I don't mean to harp back on the thing, but there was one thing I was kind of curious about. Never having been locked up myself,
Okay, so it looks like
I just out of
this
curiosity,
actually.
like when you're in prison or in like a penitentiary,
covered here.
what's the shower situation like? Did you ever have any issues there, or was it just like everyone just no, nothing like that? No, don't drop the
No.
soap, nothing like that. No.
No, you don't need soap on the road.
Oh.
No, there's different stalls for the showers. One person, there was
My
actually
OCD right now is fucking
one
with me because
bathroom
I'm just
with
like, I need this to
one
be
shower.
perfect, but I'm
Yeah.
also like, guru.
that was for like
It's a
50
pedophile's
different
house.
people.
It doesn't need to be perfect.
So the other ones there were stalls for the showers. So there wasn't.
We're gonna go with this.
I never heard of any of the things that people say happen.
You're eating McDonald's right now.
Yeah, 'cause a lot
Nice.
of-
Real talk.
security there
McDonald's
is
is
actually-
my favorite fast food. Absolutely favorite. Like if I'm gonna go somewhere, I'm gonna go to McDonald's and I'm gonna get some McChicken nuggets and some fries because their fries are out of this world.
Pretty good security.
Yeah. The one thing I've read and other folks I've talked to who have been incarcerated, they say usually the people who find themselves in those sorts of situations, it's not because, they're just getting preyed upon. It's usually because they owed someone a debt or they did something they shouldn't have done.
Yeah.
They got themselves into that situation. So you basically, by you saying this, it makes me believe, and you correct me if I'm wrong, but you pretty much kept your head down. You didn't get into debt with anyone. You just sort of...
Yeah, I never got in debt with anyone.
And got wrapped up in dumb shit like that.
This looks too polished.
Yeah.
I feel like
Yeah,
the house.
usually when people do get in debt, it's they're not taken advantage of like in that way, in a sexual way.
Trust the process.
They're-
Trust the process.
They're either if anything, they get beat up.
Right.
Yeah.
Did you ever get into any fights when you were in there, or like do you hear stories about like,
Yeah.
first time you get off the bus, you gotta find the biggest guy and start a fight with him, and then no one will fuck with you. Did you have any fight
No.
situations or anything?
No, I had one fight that I got in because somebody smacked me in the rear end with a flat,
With what? Oh, They
with a flip flop.
so they slapped you on the ass with a flip flop,
Yeah,
and you're like, hey,
told
don't
I'm
fucking
not
do
gay
that.
or anything.
yeah. Then he
Your
turned around
bare
and did it again.
ass, Lorne? The butt that we
No,
all know so
no.
well? Okay.
No,
Emma.
easy with the punches there, girl.
So like, why did he do that? Did he do it because he knew what you were in there for, or was it just?
No, him and I were actually got along really well. So he was just
What?
trying to be a smart ass.
Yeah, but in that environment, you can't do shit like that,
Yeah.
Oh my god, this actually works.
He didn't really realize exactly how much it stung, so when he did it the second time, but I get irritated.
Yeah, I could imagine that.
Did
Yeah.
what was I gonna say? Fuck, I had another question lined up. No, sorry. Anyway, go ahead. Yeah, prison gangs. Was there like a lot of prison gang stuff going on, or is that just kind of overhyped
No.
TV stuff as well?
There wasn't at the prisons that I was at. There wasn't.
All right.
See, I was more in medium prison in the
Medium.
In the high risk prisons. There are
Oh.
prison gangs and all that stuff.
I
In
see.
mediums, you don't find the gangs normally. You don't find the
Normally.
gangs.
So you
in
didn't
the
have to
mediums.
you didn't have to like go join the Aryan Brotherhood just to like
Oh my
survive your
God,
time in
not
prison
the
or anything
Aryan
like that.
Brotherhood.
Did anybody try to recruit
I
you because you were so buff?
No. No,
No,
I kept
it was
to
making
myself.
me do it on the whatever. No,
it was-
just
Pretty much everybody left me alone.
Rock
I
under.
just kept to myself. I didn't try to start crap with anybody. Didn't find any need to argue with anybody about anything stupid. That's usually what most of the arguments started, was about something stupid. And somebody took somebody else's candy bar or something like that. So I figured if I'm away from it all, they can't accuse me, and I don't get involved in it.
Okay.
You know,
These look more
people were actually
dilapidated.
pretty nice to me because I
okay.
didn't go around.
This might sound stupid, but I haven't I'm so not used to making things that are gross looking, like homes, that I'm having a hard time trying to figure out like what will look bad. I don't know if that makes sense. I'm just having a very difficult time building this, and I did not anticipate that. Just trying to figure out like, where should the trash go? Where should the stones go? Do I have anything that resembles tarp? No? Then what can we do to like make it look like tarp? I don't know. I'm just kind of having a hard time with this guy. Also, why is my music not playing? Oh, it's muted. I'm stupid. There we go. Oh my gosh. Let's get back in.
Started.
Mangoes! Hi! Hi, my love.
Okay, another question here about that experience,
biggest
and I promise
diggest.
we'll move away
Welcome,
from that.
welcome.
You know, there are a lot of other questions, but we're pretty anxious to know if you saw Dustin McFetridge at all.
Oh my god.
I saw him 2 or 3 times.
It's like
Okay.
a collab.
And then the person, I
That
don't
would
want to
be
say his name,
incredible.
but the person who we all
What
know
if they
as
started
Lurch,
like a TikTok?
everybody
No,
has
sorry,
so
I
many
shouldn't say that. I
questions
was gonna say, what if they
about
started a
him,
TikTok
and
channel?
when you and I first spoke,
so fucked.
you actually let me know that you had a little bit of experience and information about him, but you didn't know how much of it you were comfortable with releasing. Were you friends with Lurch?
No.
But
They
could you
should do
tell
a
us anything
collab,
about
a singing
him?
collab. That would be
No.
wild.
I could, but I'm not going to.
Okay.
He makes enough of a fool out of himself. I don't need help on that one.
Well, can you tell what did he do to make a fool out of
Shut the
himself?
fuck up, Lauren.
Besides jump out of the chair and try to hug the decoy.
Yeah.
I'm going to leave it at that because I don't really find it my position to degrade anybody any more than what they've already degraded themselves, especially after what I've been through.
Oh my god. So he's
Yeah,
sympathetic to
fair
other
enough. Fair
pedos?
enough.
All right.
Fair enough.
Well, where do you work out, Lauren? You look like you look jacked as fuck. Where do you go get those muscles at? Do you work out at home, or you have a gym, or what do you do?
No, they sell them at Target.
They sell your muscles at Target?
Oh.
I knew it was a stuffed He-Man suit.
Oh, so fucking
I
funny.
work out at home.
What's your routine like?
Usually it's anything and everything that I can do to make the workout more intense.
Oh, really?
The harder you work out, the more you feel. How do I want to explain it? The harder you work out, the more you feel it. But the more intense it is,
I can't change the
the more
color
it makes you
of this.
want to work out even more.
It's a
So we've all
sheetrock.
we've all seen your arms. Do you do your legs too?
I do my legs, but not as much as I do my upper body.
Okay.
that, and
Okay.
then it's like that.
My legs, I usually just a lot of running. I have a bank that I climb up and down. So that
bank?
gives me a lot of exercise on my legs.
So you're
What?
doing guitar videos where we see your physique, your upper body, and I
bank?
don't know if you did that with a little tiny shirt on purpose. But will you be playing guitar in shorts so we can see your legs?
Maybe this summer.
All right.
I feel like this
All
is
right.
good enough. Whatever.
So let me just ask you one more thing about that. There are people who are asking about your diet and your routine. You said you do anything and everything to work out, but that's pretty vague. What
Mango
about somebody who really...
said, you really couldn't recreate Lorne's hovel in Sims. Could you imagine the fucked up ass mods you'd need? You're right, and that's why I'm like, I have to like keep reminding myself, like, Guru, this is just not gonna work. Like, it's just not gonna work. But here I am sitting, and I'm still working on the front of his house. I haven't even gotten anywhere else in this fucking property. I am going to put in chickens, for sure, and I'm probably gonna futz with this off stream just so that I feel a bit more comfortable with where I want to go with it, but because I've only got a couple more minutes.
Who's really
left
motivated by
before I have to dip.
your progress with your own body, who wants to replicate that? What would your advice be?
Okay, this really looks closer to the photos.
Find a way to work out that you're going to be most comfortable with, and
Oh my god, he's so annoying. I don't want to take
And
any
usually
advice from
at
him. Are you
least-
kidding me?
figure out at least 15 different ways to work out every part of
What?
your body.
Let's figure out what?
Those different ways works out all the different muscles. You want to concentrate on all the different muscles,
All
because
the different
if you concentrate on just your arms, and you're going to look a little funny with big arms and no chest.
Okay, it appears
Or
that
no-
the
or no
roof...
stomach. Or big arms and big stomach. That's the way I
bit
can describe it.
small.
Work on everything. Don't just concentrate on your arms. That's just comes in time.
Okay. And then what's your diet like, Lauren? Do you still eat bologna when there's no ham?
What?
Yeah, I do.
Me.
What else? Do you attribute any of your success with your physique to your diet at all, or is it just the hard work with the exercise?
Planks of wood.
I do contribute to my eating because I eat a lot of fruit. I love fruit. And actually, I take cut up fruit
Fucking
and
love
I throw it
fruit.
in a blender, and I'll mix that up so I have fruit juice the whole week long. But it's all 100% fruit.
Yo,
Also, I make
video of him
salads
making
that
fruit
are-
juice is just iconic.
Really good. That helps with the calories. And I eat a lot of protein.
Do you, as a follow-up to that, you mentioned numerous times in your chat log, you love your mom's pot pies. Do you still get a healthy dose of your mom's pot pies? Number one, it's a two-part question. And then number two, would you ever, or would she ever be willing to reveal her recipe to the curious, those of us who are inclined to cook, and maybe try to replicate that recipe for ourselves?
Yes, I do. Still eat mom's homemade pot pies, and yes, she would. And I have
Where's
actually
his
already
door?
sent the recipe to Ember, and she can put it up whenever she feels the time is right.
Oh,
Hey,
thank you.
you never told me you got the recipe. Send me that shit. I'm actually going after we hang up here. I'm going to the grocery store, so I'm actually gonna. I want to make the pot pie. Try to make pot pie.
Oh, that would be excellent. I would love to have multiple people make the pot pie and kind of upload pictures and share it with Lauren's mom, because I know that she really must take pride in something that her son loves so much. I'd love to be able to submit pictures to see if she thinks that our crust looks good.
I sent pictures to our mom's pot pies, what it's supposed to look like when it's done.
Yes, I do. I do
Yeah,
have those
yeah,
pictures
just,
from. Yeah, that was a while back, but when we were still trying to negotiate the interview. I do have all of that, so I'll be happy with your permission to release that. Of course, with any personal information blocked out as agreed. Would that be all right that I just share that publicly then? Okay.
Yes.
Great. Let me just ask you one more thing. When did you start working out, and why?
when I first got to jail, I started working out because I didn't want to sit around and do nothing, wasting my time away. So that's when I started working out. That's actually when I started writing the book, Taking Abroad, too.
Taken abroad. Okay. All right. What's your favorite exercise? What's something that you don't mind doing because it's fun?
Hi, Kemi.
My favorite exercise, I'd have to say probably the ones where I'm working out the back of my. Actually, the one where I'm actually doing push-ups, but I do them with dumbbells. So every time I go down, I lift my right side up with a dumbbell in my hand, and then I go back down, lift the left side up, and I come back up again with my other hand.
Wow. That would be an amazing video to watch if you could record that.
Oh my God, please do.
I will think about it.
Any day.
Okay.
But you also have to have your feet spread apart doing it, or a harder way to do it would be...
You have to spread them out real wide?
Yeah, spread them out real wide so you don't lose your balance, or try it with one foot on top of the other one, crossing the other one, so your only balance is 1 foot.
Okay.
So there was
background music or noise.
there was actually some time ago there's a fella who made a lot of videos. You know, people are making all these videos about you and stuff, and one of the videos the fella made was called Lorne Armstrong's "Lull Yourself into Shape" program, and it was like like a parody of those like 1980s like workout videotapes that you could get.
Yeah.
So you could, it's almost like you could almost make your own video and be like, no, this is the real Lorne Armstrong lull yourself into shape video. You know, you can show all your different like exercises.
Not
and stuff,
lull yourself into shape.
Yeah. That I'll give some thought to it.
Yeah, I think no, seriously,
I didn't expect that.
No, I think honestly, I think some people would actually be curious about, you know, what actually you do, what exercise you actually do. And the one you just described, for example, would be a good one. And then, you know, because, I think it'd be a fun idea. I think it'd be a fun thing to try to do one of these times. So, and I'm looking at my
Even if somebody doesn't like working out, even if they only do 10 minutes a day, at least they're doing something.
Yeah.
Oh my God, fitness guru Lorne. What an arc that would be. All right.
Well, will that give you?
So that is that, everybody. Thank you for listening. It was kind of an abrupt cutoff at the end there, but I believe there's another video or something like that that's connected. Let's see how long it is. I don't know if I'm right, though. Yeah, see, it's like one of those Raptor Bacon ones where it's kind of heavily edited. So,
See, this is
see.
Your friend and all of that, and you told. Did you think that you were going to have sex with her?
Oh, here we go. This is, I don't know if this is a continuation of the same interview, but in the description from Raptor Bacon of the one that we just finished, it said another part, colon, and then here's the video that is attached.
For me, as somebody
So
who
let's
was
listen to it.
abused, to hear somebody
Right,
deny
actually.
it, like my abuser denied it, and that's just personally, and it's just contradictory. It bothers me a
It
lot.
looks okay right now. Put more trees in.
Oh, it's not easy for me to explain them.
I know, but
I didn't want to go there. I didn't want to have sex with her.
But why did you even go over there, sex or otherwise? Why?
Oh, I don't know, because I didn't want to go there.
Bullshit.
And on the way there, I wanted to turn around.
I couldn't listen to this in real time, or like talk to him through this conversation. Holy shit.
You asked me a question that it's
I'm just trying to process your answer. Like, that's all I'm trying to do. I'm not trying to be a dick. I'm being quiet because I'm processing your answer. Like, seriously, dude. Fucking, like, like, I get it. It's fine. You had your reasons for doing that. But honestly,
But the question that you're asking me, I'm still trying to process the question you're asking me because I don't know. I literally don't know.
how do you not know? 10 years later?
I don't know.
Wow.
That's all I can say is I don't know.
After all this
I know I was
introspection and
fucked
stuff,
up at the time. I was very fucked up at the time.
But I mean, after all this introspection,
Jesus.
do we need to stop? Like, we can stop. It's fine. Like, I had, this was my last question. After all the introspection, though, all the time you've had to, like, look inwards and be like, hey, like, this is what I've done wrong in my life. This is what I've done right in my life. Something about this didn't say, hey, look, hey, there was something I did here that I shouldn't have done. That hasn't happened.
I knew that what I did was something I shouldn't have done.
Here's a chicken coop, guys. We got
But
a
I
chicken
also knew
coop.
that what I did was something I did not want to do. And I knew that they had talked me into doing what I did not want to do.
That doesn't.
But you showed up at the
For 9
house.
years, I concentrated on shit that they talked me into doing what I did not want to do. Because I knew I did not want to go there. I did not want to be any part of that stuff. For me to answer questions that you guys are asking me, it's hard for me to answer them because I didn't want to be there to begin with.
Hey, bro.
I say it
Hey,
time and time
bunny.
again. It's
Count
so
the
fucking
feathers.
hard for me
Down
to
here.
answer questions because people don't understand. I did not want to go there.
But you went there, Lorne. You went there. And
I
you
went
didn't-
there.
You didn't just go
I-
there
I-
instantly. You didn't
I
just
went
go
there, but it wasn't me there.
Oh my
Look,
god.
look, dude.
What does that
At the end
mean?
of the day, you
What
went
does
there.
that
It wasn't just
actually
like a
mean?
little incidental, like, whatever. I went and kind of crossed the line. You were there. You were talking about
Okay,
Mr. Penis.
let me ask you to
Mr.
this.
Penis. Mr. Penis.
Let me
What was
ask
the
you to this.
penis talk?
Let me ask you to this. What is the answer you're looking for from me?
The truth?
The only answer I can give you is the answer that is in my head that I know.
All I want to know is just, like, please just tell me, like, hey, I acknowledge I fucked up at some point during this whole process. That's all I want to hear.
How many times do I have to say that, though, for you to understand that I know I fucked up?
All right, Ember, is he...
I've said it in plain words, and you still want those same words from me.
Are we beating up on him too much? Are we really, like, seriously, like, he's acknowledging some stuff.
You're not beating up on me.
No.
Larry. I'm repeating myself.
It was a bad choice
You
of
asked
words
me
on
the
my
same
part.
question,
Bad choice of-
and I don't know how to explain some stuff. I know what you're saying, and I understand that it is hard for other people to understand
Whoa.
what was in my head at the time.
This can kind of look
I can understand that it is very hard for other people to understand what was in my head at the time. Because I don't even understand what was in my head at the time. I don't have the influences in my life.
Oh, perfect. Look at
Yeah,
this.
at the time, the 13-year-old, it wasn't even a 13-year-old to me. It was somebody that showed that they cared about me.
I know.
And
So,
that's the thing.
and you would have gone
But
over there.
But
It's not-
I've got, like, completely different influences in my life now that
Yeah.
have been able to get me back to the person that I am. And, back to normality. Well, what should have been fucking normality ever since I was a kid. I've never had that normality.
What is he talking about?
It's taken a lot to get me back there. It's taken 4 years to get me back there.
Lorne, at the end of the day, anything you've experienced as a youngster does not excuse anything you've done as an adult.
Period.
And I hope you understand that there's a distinction there.
The problem is that even what I experienced as a youngster,
Wow, he's so drunk.
the using got carried into adulthood.
All right, so I apologize, guys.
They didn't stop when I was young.
All right, guys.
They
I
kept
apologize.
going right up to my adulthood.
No, that's unfortunate. Guys, I have to go.
Even my mother.
No,
Hold on, Lorne.
Oh my God, shut
So
up.
a ball's more important than your better friends.
Lorne, I've been talking to you for a good part of the last hour and a half.
Why don't you tell me about it?
I don't.
And that's it officially. Okay. I'm actually happy with how this looks right now. Looks like ass. I'm not. I don't know. You let me know if this looks okay or if I should fix it. Well, thank you guys for hanging out. It's really good to be here again, hanging and streaming and gaming. I am going to be streaming again probably either Saturday or Sunday. I'm not sure which day yet. Depends on my plans. But yeah, thanks so much for chilling. And we've got one more linguistic or etymology goodie. Let me pull this up. What was it? I forgot what it was. Oh my God. How did I forget what I myself chose for a linguistic term? It was beer and accent. That was it. Right. Because he has that crazy ass accent. I thought it'd be kind of fun to look up the etymology for accent. So let's do it. Etymology. Okay. Accent, noun, from the late 14th century, meaning a particular mode of pronunciation. This comes from Old French accent, which is from the 13th century, and from Latin accentus, meaning a song added to speech, which comes from the verb add, or the word add, meaning to, and cantus, meaning to sing. Past participle of cantera, which means literally to sing. From the Proto-Indo-European root con, again, meaning to sing. The Latin word was a loan transition from the Greek word, oh boy, here we go, prosoidia. Prosoidia, from pros meaning to, oed meaning song, which apparently described the pitch scheme in Greek verse. The meaning, effort in utterance making one syllable stronger than another in pitch or stress, is attested from 1580s and, quote, as a mark or character used in writing to indicate an accent, was recorded in 1590s. The decorative art sense of something that emphasizes highlights is from 1972. So it seems like, yeah, it seems like it comes from Greek words meaning to sing, which I think is kind of cool. That's pretty different than I would have expected. Here, let me pull up, I don't know if y'all find this interesting. I absolutely do, so I'm gonna pull it up again. The word chart, like how the graph for how frequently it's being used. Trends, that's it. Trends of accents. So you can see here, again, their graph data starts in the 1800s. It's increasing here. I wonder why. And then it really dips down in use. And then in the 1920s, why? I wonder why nobody was talking about accents, apparently. And then it shoots back up again. If we were to look at trends over time, I'm very curious to see how these graphs show, like the correlation to the spikes in these graphs in recent years and how that relates to the use of the internet. And again, advertising, people publishing things all the time. I'm really curious if that impacts it at all. Because look at that spike. That's crazy. And the other one that we saw was for beer. And you would think that beer, I mean, it definitely had a higher frequency, but you would think it would be a constant. And I don't know if there would be such a fluctuation. But again, looking at this data, it seems that would be my hypothesis. I'm not totally sure, though. Okay. All right. Anyway, enough with my nerdy bullshit. It was really great to see you guys. I will see you sometime very, very soon. And have a beautiful, lovely, wonderful evening, day, morning, wherever you are. All right. Bye.
This sweet